Be me, Rebecca, 38 years old. Senior architect at major firm, worked my ass off to get here. Raised my daughter Emma alone since she was 2. Her father didn't want the responsibility. Proved my point about men perfectly. Gave Emma everything I never had growing up. Showed her women don't need marriage to be complete. Taught her about equality, independence, self-sufficiency. She's 16 now, smart as hell. Always got straight A's. I thought I was doing everything right. Lately, though, something's been off. Emma's been distant, quiet at dinner. Spends every weekend at my mother's house now. My mother, who spent 43 years playing housewife. The woman I spent my 20s trying not to become. Watching her serve my father dinner, iron his shirts, organize her life around his schedule. Remember thinking, never me, never that life. Tuesday evening, getting home late from work again. Big project deadline. Had to stay until 8. Emma's already home, microwaved something for dinner. Find her at the kitchen table doing homework. She barely looks up when I come in. Hey, sweetie, how was school? Fine. That's it, just fine. Put my bag down, pour myself wine. Notice she's got her phone out, scrolling through something. Sit down across from her with my glass. What are you looking at? Grandma sent me photos from the weekend. Feel my jaw tense involuntarily. Every weekend. Always Grandma's house. You've been spending a lot of time there. Yeah, it's nice. Nice, she says nice. My mother's house with the floral wallpaper and doilies. Where dinner's on the table at 6 sharp every single night. You know you can invite friends over here too, have your own space. Emma just shrugs. Grandma's teaching me to cook. Real cooking, not just microwave stuff. Feel that comment like a slap. Work 60 hours a week to give her opportunities. Don't always have time for elaborate meals. So what? Emma, you know I work hard so you can have. I know, Mum. I know about your career. You talk about it constantly. Put down my wine glass, carefully. Something in her tone I don't recognize. Is there something you want to talk about? She closes her textbook, looks at me directly. Her eyes have this defiant quality I've never seen before. Actually, yeah, I do. Okay, what's going on? Emma takes a deep breath. Why did you and Grandma stop talking for all those years? Didn't expect that question. We'd reconciled when Emma was born, kept things civil. But yeah, there were years we barely spoke. We had different values, different views on how women should live their lives. You mean because she got married? Because she gave up everything to get married? She was smart, Emma, could have done anything. Emma's expression hardens. She did do something. She built a family. She's been married 43 years. She built Dad's family. She made his life possible while sacrificing her own potential. Emma stands up now, voice rising. Sacrificing? Have you seen them together? They're happy, Mum. Actually happy. Feel my own voice getting defensive. Happiness isn't just about having a husband, Emma. It's about fulfillment, achievement, independence. Like you? Those 2 words hang in the air. Like you. Feel my chest getting tight. Yes, like me. I have a career. I support us. I don't need anyone. You also work all the time. You're stressed constantly. You haven't been on a date in 3 years. That's my choice. I'm focused on what matters. Which is what? Your job? Because you're sure not focused on being home. Stand up too now. We're facing each other across the kitchen table. My kitchen, stainless steel and granite, sleek and modern. Nothing like my mother's warm, cluttered kitchen with the cookie jars. Emma, I know sometimes my job means I'm not here as much as... It's not just that. She's really upset now. I can see her hands shaking. Then what is it? Talk to me. I watched you and Grandma this weekend. At Sunday dinner. Was it Sunday dinner? Barely stayed an hour. Had to review contracts on my laptop in the corner. I was working, Emma. I had a deadline Monday. You're always working, and when you were there, you kept making these comments. What comments? About how Grandma was serving Grandpa, about how she'd wasted her potential, right in front of them. Feel defensive anger rising. I was just stating facts. Emma, I'm trying to show you that women can be more than... More than what? More than Grandma? She raised 3 kids. She's been married over 40 years. She volunteers at the hospital. She has friends. She bakes bread from scratch. She's there when people need her. She's been financially dependent her entire adult life. So, Grandpa takes care of her. He loves her. They take care of each other. The way she says it, so simple, like it's that easy. Emma, you're too young to understand how complicated. I'm 16. I understand plenty. I understand that you're alone, that you're tired all the time, that you don't have anyone. Feel like I've been punched. I have you. I have my work. I have my life exactly how I want it. Do you? Because you don't seem happy. Grip the back of the kitchen chair. My daughter, my baby girl, looking at me with pity. Actual pity in her eyes. Happiness isn't the only metric of a successful life, Emma. Then what is? Your job title? Your salary? What's the point if you're miserable? I am not miserable. But my voice cracks saying it. Emma's crying now, frustrated tears. Mom, I love you, but I don't want your life. I don't want to be alone at 38, eating takeout at my desk, measuring my worth by how many hours I bill. That's not fair, Emma. I chose this. I'm showing you that women don't need marriage to be complete. But what if I want marriage? What if I want a family? A real family, not just this? She gestures around our kitchen. Our beautiful, expensive, empty kitchen. You can have those things eventually, but first you need to establish yourself, get your education, build a career. Why? Why do I need to do it in that order? Why can't I want what Grandma has? Because Grandma's generation didn't have choices. We fought so you could have options. And I'm choosing. I'm choosing to say, I want a husband someday, a home, kids. You're 16. You don't know what you want. Emma wipes her eyes, voice steady now. That's scarier than the yelling. I know I want what Grandma has. I want someone to love me like Grandpa loves her. I want to bake bread on Sundays and have family dinners and not measure everything by money and titles. Feel panic starting to build in my chest. This isn't how this was supposed to go. Raised her on equality, independence, strength. Emma, you're romanticizing an outdated lifestyle. Grandma's life looks nice from the outside, but I'm there every weekend, Mom. It's nice from the inside too. They laugh together. They hold hands watching TV. They have routines and traditions. They're partners. Partners? She asks his permission for everything. No, she doesn't. She asks his opinion. That's different. They make decisions together. Emma, I'm trying to protect you from making my mother's mistakes. What mistakes? She's happy. She has a husband who adores her. What mistakes? The kitchen feels too small suddenly. Need to make her understand. She gave up her dreams, Emma. She could have been anything. She chose to be a wife and mother. That was her dream. Why isn't that valid? Because society pressured her into it. It wasn't a real choice. And you pressuring me to have a career isn't the same thing? Stop. Actually, stop talking. My daughter just compared me to the patriarchy. Feel like the floor is tilting. I'm not pressuring you. I'm educating you about options. No, you're telling me there's only one right way to be a woman. Your way. Career first, marriage never, independence above everything. I'm not saying marriage never, just that you shouldn't make it your goal. Why not? Why can't it be a goal? Why can't I want to be someone's wife? Those words, someone's wife. Spent my whole adult life rejecting that label. Fought so hard to show Emma she could be more. More than a wife, more than a mother. Just more. Because you're worth more than that, Emma. Practically shout it. She steps back, startled by my volume. Grandma's worth a lot. She's worth everything to Grandpa, and to me. Quieter now, but it hits harder. That's different. How? How is it different? Because she didn't have the opportunities you have. She didn't have choice. She chose Grandpa. She chose her life. Just because it's not what you would choose doesn't make it wrong. Lean against the counter, feeling dizzy. 16 years of intentional parenting. 16 years of modeling independence. Showing her women don't need men, don't need marriage. And she's standing here defending traditional gender roles. Emma, sweetheart, you're not seeing the full picture. Marriage, especially traditional marriage, it limits women. It makes them dependent. Grandma doesn't seem limited. She seems free. Freer than you. That word, free, coming from my daughter's mouth. Describing my mother, not me. I am free. I'm completely free. Are you? You're trapped at your job. You can't take vacations. You're exhausted constantly. You have no time for anything except work. That's freedom? It's my choice. I choose my career. Did you? Or did you choose it because you were so determined not to be grandma that you went completely the opposite direction? Silence fills the kitchen. The refrigerator hums. Can hear traffic outside the window. My daughter, 16 years old, just psychoanalyzed me. And she's not wrong. That's the terrifying part. She's not entirely wrong. Sink into one of the kitchen chairs. Feel something crumbling inside. I wanted better for you. Voice sounds small, defeated. Emma sits down across from me. Better than what? Than being loved? Than having a partner? Than being happy? Than being dependent? Than needing someone? Mom, everyone needs someone. You taught me humans are social creatures. You taught me about community and connection. That's different from needing a man. Why? Why is needing a romantic partner different from needing friends or family? I don't have a good answer. Realize I don't have a good answer. Because when you need someone like that, they can hurt you. They can leave. They can let you down. Emma reaches across the table, takes my hand. When did her hands get so big? Like Dad left? Feel tears starting. Try to hold them back. That's not what this is about. Isn't it? Mom, just because Dad was a jerk doesn't mean all men are. Grandpa isn't like that. He's been there for Grandma for 43 years. Your grandfather is an exception. Is he? Or have you just decided all men are terrible because of one bad experience? Pull my hand back. Stand up again. Need to move. Can't sit still. Pace the kitchen. This modern kitchen I designed. Stainless steel appliances. No clutter. No warmth. Nothing like my mother's kitchen with the photos on the fridge. The hand-drawn pictures from grandkids held up by magnets. Emma, I'm trying to protect you. The world is hard for women. If you make yourself dependent on a man... I watched Grandma and Grandpa this weekend. Really watched them. She's talking over me now. Keeps going. Sunday morning, Grandpa made her coffee. Brought it to her in bed. They read the paper together. Then she made breakfast, but he cleaned up. He kissed her forehead and called her beautiful. They're in their 70s, Mom. He still calls her beautiful. Feel my throat closing up. Then they went to church, held hands the whole time, came home, made lunch together. She baked bread, he did the crossword puzzle and read her clues. They laughed. They just existed together, peacefully, happily. Can't breathe right. This is panic. Actual panic. Emma. Then family came over. Aunt Sarah and Uncle Mike. Their kids. Everyone. And Grandma was so happy, surrounded by her family, the family she built. And Grandpa looked at her like she hung the moon. Stop. But she doesn't stop. And I thought, that's what I want. That's the life I want. Not some corporate job where I'm stressed all the time. Not eating dinner alone at my desk. Not measuring my worth by my salary or my title. I want to be loved like that. I want to build something real. Gripping the counter so hard my knuckles are white. You don't understand what you're saying. I do, Mom. I really do. Turn to face her. Feel tears on my face now. Can't stop them. I gave you everything. I showed you how to be independent, how to be strong, how to not need anyone. You showed me how to be alone. That sentence breaks something in me. Actually physically feel something break. That's not fair. Mom, look at your life. Really look at it. You work 60 hours a week at a job that stresses you out. You come home to an empty house, except for me, and I'm leaving in 2 years for college. You have no partner. You haven't dated in years. You eat cereal for dinner half the time. You fall asleep on the couch with your laptop. Is that really the life you want me to aspire to? Slide down to sit on the floor. Actually sit down on my kitchen floor. Emma comes over, sits next to me. We're both on the floor now. I thought I was doing the right thing. Barely whisper it. I know you did. I thought if I showed you independence, strength, career success, you'd see you don't need marriage to be complete. Maybe you don't need marriage to be complete, but maybe some people do. Maybe I do. Look at my daughter. Really look at her. When did she get so grown? When did she get so certain? What if you're making a mistake? What if you give up opportunities for some boy who... What if I'm not? What if I find someone like Grandpa? What if I build something beautiful? What if you don't? What if you end up trapped, dependent, unable to leave? What if you end up alone, Mum? Is that better? That question sits between us. What if you end up alone? Look around my beautiful kitchen. My expensive kitchen. My empty kitchen. Think about my mother's kitchen. Always full. Always warm. always alive with people. I just wanted better for you than what I had growing up. You had grandma growing up. That's not nothing. That's actually really special. I had a mother who defined herself by her husband. You had a mother who chose her husband and built a life with him and raised kids and is happy. Why can't that be enough? Wipe my face, trying to compose myself. But my hands are shaking. Because I spent my whole life proving you don't need that to have worth. Maybe you spent your whole life proving something no one needed proven. Look at Emma, this girl I raised. This girl who's supposed to want everything I wanted, who's supposed to reject everything my mother represented, and she's looking at me with such clarity. I scared you. Not a question, a realization. You scared me by saying you want to be like grandma. Emma nods. Why? Have to think about it. Have to really think about why I panicked. Because if you want that, if you choose that, then everything I taught you was wrong. Or maybe everything you taught yourself was wrong. Feel like I'm falling. Sitting on solid floor, but feel like I'm falling. Mom, you can be successful and have a career and still want partnership, still want love. They're not mutually exclusive. I know that. Intellectually, I know that. But you don't believe it. You think wanting marriage makes me weak, makes me less feminist, less independent. She's right. She's absolutely right. Can feel the panic rising again. What if you're making this choice because of some boy? What if... I'm not dating anyone, Mum. I'm 16. I'm just saying what I want for my future. And I want what Grandma has. I want a partner. I want a family. I want traditions and warmth and someone to grow old with. You can have a career and those things. Can I? Can I really? Or will I end up like you, choosing work over everything else because you taught me that's the only valid choice? Put my head in my hands. This conversation is destroying me. Every word is destroying the narrative I built. I wanted you to be free. I know, but you made your freedom look like a prison. And you made Grandma's marriage look like freedom. That's not what I meant to do. I know, but it's what happened. We sit in silence for a long moment. You can hear the clock ticking. Emma speaks first. I want to be a wife like Grandma, not like you. There it is. The actual words, said plainly. Not in anger this time, just truth. I never wanted to be a wife at all. My voice cracks on the words. I know, Mum, and that's okay. That's your choice. But it's not my choice. Feel everything I built crumbling. 16 years of intentional parenting. Showing her independence, strength, self-sufficiency, and she's choosing the opposite. Choosing what I rejected. Choosing what I ran from. I failed you. Say it out loud. I failed as a feminist mother. I was supposed to show you how to be independent, and instead, I just showed you how to be alone. You didn't fail, Mom. You showed me one path. Grandma showed me another. I get to choose. And you choose hers. You can hear the devastation in my own voice. I choose parts of both. I want education. I want to be smart and capable. But I also want love, want partnership, want family, want traditions. I can't give you that. The partnership, the marriage model. I can't. I don't know how to support that choice. Emma takes my hand again. You don't have to support it. Just don't fight it. Don't make me feel like wanting love makes me weak. Look at our hands, hers holding mine. When did she become the strong one? When did I become the one who needed support? I'm so scared. Admit it out loud. Of what? That you'll disappear into marriage. That you'll give up your dreams. That some man will take everything from you like I was afraid one would do to me. Or maybe you're scared I'll be happy. That I'll find what you couldn't. That Grandma's way will work for me when your way didn't work for you. That hits like a physical blow. Because she's right. She's absolutely right. I'm scared my daughter will be happy choosing what I rejected. Because that means maybe I chose wrong. Start sobbing. Really sobbing. Ugly crying on my kitchen floor. Emma puts her arms around me. 16 years old and comforting her mother. I wanted to give you everything. You did, Mom. You gave me choices. Now let me make them. Even if they're not the choices I would make? Especially then. We sit there on the floor for a long time. My perfect kitchen with no warmth. My successful life with no one to share it with. My daughter who sees through all of it. I don't know how to be okay with this. Emma hugs me tighter. You'll figure it out. You're smart. You always figure things out. Not this. I don't know how to accept my daughter wanting to be a wife when I spent my life proving women don't need to be wives. Maybe start by accepting that Grandma's happy. Really accepting it, not just tolerating it. Think about my mother, 70 years old, married 43 years. Still happy, still in love, still choosing that life. Still everything I swore I'd never be. I judged her so harshly. I know. I judged her for choices that made her happy because they weren't choices I would make. Yeah. Wipe my face with my sleeve. Professional architect sitting on her kitchen floor crying. Everything I built to prove I didn't need anyone. And I'm so alone. I don't want you to be alone like me. Emma pulls back, looks at me seriously. Then don't be alone, Mum. You don't have to be. That's a choice too. I don't know how to not be alone. I've been alone so long. Maybe ask Grandma. She seems to know about partnership. The idea of asking my mother for relationship advice. The mother I rejected, whose life I criticized, whose marriage I belittled, who has exactly what I'm missing. I've been so wrong. Not wrong, just different. You chose different. That's okay, but let me choose different from you. Even if different means traditional, means wanting marriage and family, even then. Struggle to my feet, help Emma up. We stand in my kitchen, facing each other. This girl, who's supposed to be my legacy, who's supposed to prove my life choices were right, and she wants something completely opposite. I don't know what to do with this. Admit it plainly. You don't have to do anything. Just stop fighting it. Stop making me feel bad for wanting what I want. And what you want is to be like Grandma. Still hard to say. Parts of it, yeah. The partnership part, the love part, the family part, the warmth part. Look around my kitchen again. Stainless and cold and empty. Think about my mother's kitchen. Old and cluttered and full of life. Your grandmother's kitchen always smelled like cookies. Random observation. But Emma smiles. It still does. She bakes every week. Mine smells like nothing, like cleaning products. You could bake, Mom. I don't know how. Never learned. Grandma could teach you. She'd love that. The idea of learning to bake from my mother. After years of implying her domestic skills were beneath me, I said some really hurtful things about her choices. She knows. She forgives you. She's told me. She talks to you about me? Sometimes. She says you were brave, going your own way, even if it wasn't her way. Feel tears starting again. She thinks I'm brave? She thinks you're incredible. Wishes you weren't so angry at her for being different. Slide into a kitchen chair properly now. Emma sits across from me. Our positions from earlier. But everything's different. I'm not angry at her. I'm angry at myself. For what? For ending up alone. For choosing career over everything and ending up with just career. For being so determined not to need anyone that I made sure I didn't have anyone. It's not too late, Mom. I'm 38, single, bitter about men. Definitely too late. Grandma says Grandpa's friend Robert has been widowed 2 years. Asked about you. Look up sharply. Your grandmother is trying to set me up. She thinks you deserve love, even if you don't think you do. The irony isn't lost on me. My traditional mother trying to find me a partner, while I lecture about female independence. I don't know how to date, don't know how to be vulnerable, don't know how to need someone. Maybe that's something you could learn. Like, I need to learn calculus. Laugh despite myself. Weak, watery laugh. You're comparing my emotional unavailability to calculus? Both are hard, both take practice, both are learnable. This child, my child, so wise. When did you get so smart? I had a smart mom, just maybe not smart about everything. Ouch. But fair. We sit in silence for a moment. Comfortable silence this time, not angry. I'm scared to let you want this. Say it honestly. I know. I'm scared you'll lose yourself in it. That marriage will swallow you whole. It didn't swallow Grandma. No, it didn't. She seems genuinely happy. Hard to admit, but true. She is, and she's still her own person. She has hobbies, friends, interests. She just also has Grandpa. I always saw it as either or. Career or marriage, independence or partnership. Maybe it's and, career and marriage, independence and partnership. I don't know if I know how to do and I only know how to do or. You could learn. Think about Robert, whoever he is. Think about my mother's warm kitchen. Think about 43 years of marriage. Think about holding hands while watching TV. Think about being called beautiful at 70. I might have messed up. Admit it quietly. A little bit, yeah. Emma's smiling though, gentle smile. Not with you, you're amazing, but with everything else. My whole philosophy, my whole worldview, my whole rejection of anything traditional. You didn't mess up, Mum. You just chose one extreme to fight against the other extreme. But the middle exists too. The middle? Yeah, where people can have careers and relationships, can be independent and partnered, can be feminist and want marriage. I don't know how to live in the middle. You could learn. She keeps saying that. You could learn. Like it's that simple. What if I can't? What if I'm too set in my ways? Too broken from your father leaving? Too angry at men in general? Then you stay alone and bitter. But I don't think that's what you want. What do I want? Ask my 16-year-old daughter. Asking her what I want. When did she become the wise one? I think you want what Grandma has. You're just too proud to admit it. Feel like I've been struck. Because deep down, in a place I never examine, she might be right. Watching my mother's happy marriage all these years. Watching my father still worship her after 4 decades. Watching them laugh and hold hands and exist peacefully together. Maybe I wanted that. Maybe I just convinced myself I didn't because I was too afraid to try. I want to not need anyone. Say it weakly. Why? Why is needing someone so bad? Because need equals vulnerability equals potential pain, but also potential joy, potential love, potential partnership. The risk is too high. Is it higher than ending up alone? Put my head down on the table. Exhausted, defeated, destroyed. My daughter just dismantled my entire worldview in one kitchen argument. I don't know how to do this. Do what? Admit I might have been wrong. About everything. About marriage, about partnership, about your grandmother's choices, about what makes women valuable. You weren't wrong about everything, Mum. Women should have choices, should have careers if they want them, should be independent. You were just wrong that that's the only valid choice. Lift my head. Look at her. I was so sure, so absolutely certain I was right. You were right for you, just not right for everyone. Not right for you. No, not right for me. I want different things. You want to be a wife like Grandma. Say it again. Those words. Still hurt, but less sharp now. More acceptance, less panic. Yeah, I do. Someday. Not now. I'm 16. But someday, I want a partner. Want someone who looks at me like Grandpa looks at Grandma. Want to build a life together, not just parallel lives. You can have that. If that's what you want, you can have that. Force the words out. They taste like defeat. But maybe they taste like acceptance too. Even though it's not what you want for me, even though you're your own person, you get to choose your life, even if your choice looks different from mine. Emma's eyes fill with tears. Thank you, Mum. Don't thank me. I fought you on this. I panicked. I had a breakdown on the kitchen floor. But you're here now. You're listening. I'm trying. Stand up, go to the sink, splash water on my face. Look out the window at the city lights. My successful life. My independent life. My lonely life. Maybe I should call your grandmother. Yeah? Apologize for some things. Ask her some things. Maybe meet Robert. Can't believe I'm saying it. She'd like that. She misses you. I miss her too. I just didn't know it until now. Turn back to Emma. This child who just taught me everything. I'm sorry I made you feel bad for wanting love. I'm sorry I said harsh things about your choices. Your things were true though. Mine weren't. Your grandmother didn't waste her life. She built something beautiful. And you built something beautiful too, Mum. Just different beautiful. I built a career in an empty house. You built independence and strength and resilience. And me. You built me. Cross to her. Pull her into a hug. Hold my daughter tight. I love you, even when I don't understand you. I love you too, Mom. Even when you're being stubborn about gender politics. Laugh against her hair. I might always be stubborn about gender politics. I know. But maybe you can be stubborn and also open to different perspectives. I can try. We stand there in my cold kitchen, holding each other. My world shifted completely. Everything I thought I knew, questioned. Everything I taught, challenged. Everything I believed, uncertain. Emma? Yeah? Thank you for being honest with me, even though it hurt. Thanks for eventually listening. Pull back. Look at her. I'm still scared. Of what? That I failed you as a feminist mother. That everything I taught you was wrong. That you'll make choices I can't support. that I'll end up alone while you build the life I rejected. You didn't fail, Mom. You taught me to think for myself. I'm thinking for myself. That's success. Even if you think differently from me? Especially then. Sink back into my chair. Feel exhausted, wrung out, but maybe lighter somehow, like something heavy lifted. I need to rethink some things. Take your time. About marriage, about partnership, about what I've been teaching you, about my own choices. You don't have to rethink everything, Mum. Just maybe open up a little. To what? To the possibility that there's more than one way to be a successful woman. That Grandma's way was valid for her. That my way might be valid for me. And that your way was valid for you, even if it didn't give you everything you needed. Those words settle over me. Didn't give you everything you needed. No, it didn't. Gave me career, independence, financial security. Didn't give me partnership, companionship, love. Your grandmother really has been married 43 years. 43 years next month. They're planning a party. They are? Yeah. Didn't you get the invitation? Probably did, probably ignored it. Probably made some excuse about work. I'll go. Tell her I'll be there. Emma smiles. Real smile. She'll be happy. So will Grandpa. Think about seeing my parents together. Really seeing them. Not just judging them. Seeing what Emma sees. The hand-holding, the coffee in bed, the quiet partnership. Maybe I've been blind. Not blind. Just looking through a filter. Your filter doesn't let you see what I see. Which is, that love is valuable too. That building a life with someone isn't weakness. That wanting partnership doesn't make you less feminist. Nod slowly. Trying to absorb it. Trying to reshape my worldview. Trying to accept that my teenage daughter might understand something I don't. I have a lot to think about. I know. But Mom? Yeah? While you're thinking, maybe also try living a little. Go on a date. Meet Robert. Bake cookies with Grandma. Do something besides work. Look at her, this wise child. When did you get so grown up? I had to grow up fast. Mum who worked all the time, remember? Ouch, but said with love. I really did mess some things up. You did fine, Mum. I'm fine. We're fine. We're just different. And that's okay. Stand up. Feel older somehow. Aged years in one conversation. I'm going to call your grandmother. Now? Yeah, before I lose my nerve. Apologize. Ask about Robert. Tell her I'll come to the anniversary party. She'll cry. Happy cry, but still cry. I might cry too. Emma grins. You already did. On the floor. Very dramatic. Laugh. Real laugh. First real laugh in this whole devastating conversation. I was panicking. I know. I could tell. Your statement really destroyed me. I want to be a wife like Grandma, not like you. Yeah, that one. That completely broke me. Sorry, but also not sorry, because you needed to hear it. Pull out my phone. Stare at my mother's contact. Haven't called her just to talk in years. Always business, always brief. This is hard. Most worthwhile things are. Look at my daughter. You're very wise for 16. I have good examples. Grandma and you. Different examples, but both good. Hit call before I can overthink it. Phone rings. Mother answers on second ring. Rebecca, is everything okay? Her first thought when I call, something's wrong. When did that become our relationship? Hi, Mum. Yeah, everything's okay. I just wanted to talk. Silence on the other end. You can hear her surprise. Emma's here with me. We've been talking. About? About a lot of things. About you. About your marriage. About choices women make. More silence. I owe you an apology, Mom. Hear her breath catch. For what, sweetheart? For judging you. For years. For making you feel like your choices were less valid than mine. For implying you wasted your life. For being so determined to be different from you that I couldn't see how happy you are. Emma's watching me. Proud smile on her face. Rebecca. No. Let me finish. You built something beautiful. You and Dad. You have something I don't. Something I've been too proud and too scared to want. And Emma sees it. She sees what you have, and she wants it. And I panicked, because that means everything I taught her was wrong. Crying again now. Can't seem to stop crying today. You didn't teach her wrong, honey. You taught her to think for herself, to be strong, to be independent. Those are good things. But I taught her those were the only things. That wanting what you have was weakness. And now? Now I think maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's room for both. Maybe independence and partnership aren't opposites. Maybe you can be strong and also want love. Hear my mother crying too. I've always been proud of you, Rebecca. Always. Even when we disagreed. Even when we didn't talk. You forged your own path. A lonely path. Only because you chose it to be. Doesn't have to stay that way. Emma mouths, Robert at me. Make a face at her but continue. Emma says you know someone. Robert. Mother laughs through tears. She told you about Robert. Mentioned him. Said he asked about me. He did. Very kind man. Lost his wife 2 years ago, I thought. Well, I thought you might like him. But I didn't want to push. I'd like to meet him, if he's still interested. More surprised silence. Really? Really. And Mom? I'll be at your anniversary party. Wouldn't miss it. Hear her really crying now. Oh, honey, that means so much. 43 years, Mom. That's incredible. That's really incredible. Best 43 years of my life. Look at Emma, who's grinning. I believe you. I'm sorry it took me so long to believe you. You're believing me now. That's what matters. Can I come over this weekend? Maybe you could teach me to bake? Emma says, your cookies are legendary. Mother laughs, delighted. I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. And Mom? Thank you. For being patient with me. For loving me even when I was being awful. For showing Emma what a good marriage looks like. You weren't awful, sweetheart. Just different. Just finding your way. I think I've been finding the wrong way. Think maybe it's time to try a different direction. There's no wrong way, Rebecca. Just your way. As long as it makes you happy. That's just it, Mom. I don't think I am happy. Not really. Not like you are. Then maybe it's time to try something new. Yeah, maybe it is. We talk a few more minutes. Make plans for Saturday. Baking lessons, and maybe meeting Robert. Hang up feeling lighter but also heavier. Everything shifted. Everything changing. Emma's still sitting there. Proud of you, Mom. For what? Having a breakdown and calling my mother? For being brave enough to admit you might have been wrong. That's really hard. Hardest thing I've ever done. Harder than law school. Wait, no. I'm an architect. Harder than architecture school. What now? Emma asks. Now I don't know. Rethink everything? Question all my choices? Have an existential crisis? Or just try being open to new possibilities? Like dating Robert? Like dating someone? Like letting someone in? Like not being so determined to be independent that you're just alone? Look around my kitchen one more time. Beautiful, expensive, empty. I think I'd like to get some photos. For the fridge. Photos? Of us? Of family? Make this place feel less like a showroom and more like a home. Emma stands up, comes over. I think that's a great idea. Pull her into another hug. I'm sorry I made you feel bad for wanting what you want. I'm sorry I made you question everything you believe. No, don't be sorry for that. I needed to question it. Needed to see that my way isn't the only way. And my way is okay? Your way is okay. If you want to be a wife someday, like Grandma, that's okay. As long as it's what you really want, not what anyone else wants for you. It is what I want, not now, but someday. Want the partnership, the family, the warmth, the tradition. Then I'll support that, even though it terrifies me. Why does it terrify you? Because it's everything I rejected. And if you're happy choosing it, that means maybe I chose wrong for myself. Or maybe you chose right for that time in your life. And now you can choose different. She's right. This child is always right. When did that happen? I love you, Emma, even when you completely destroy my worldview. I love you too, Mum, even when you're stubborn and blind to anything outside your ideology. We both laugh. Real laughter this time. The kind that releases tension. She heads upstairs to finish homework. I stay in the kitchen, sit at the table with cooling coffee, think about everything said, everything revealed, everything that broke, and maybe everything that can be rebuilt. My daughter wants to be like my mother, not like me. The panic has faded now. Left behind something else. Acceptance maybe. Or understanding. Or just exhaustion from fighting something inevitable. People want different things. One size doesn't fit all. My mother's marriage doesn't diminish my career. Emma's desire for partnership doesn't invalidate my independence. We can all choose differently and all be valid. Revolutionary thought. For someone who spent decades believing her way was the only enlightened way. Pull out my phone again. Look at dating apps I've always scorned. Think about Robert, whoever he is. Think about Saturday with my mother. Learning to bake. Me, the career woman, learning domestic skills from my traditional mother. The irony is almost funny. Text my mother. Looking forward to Saturday. Thank you for not giving up on me. She responds immediately. Never gave up, honey. Never will. Love you so much. Stare at those words. Love you so much. When did we stop saying that regularly? When did I become too busy, too independent, too self-sufficient for love? Look up at my kitchen ceiling. This house I bought with my own money. This life I built with my own hands. This independence I fought so hard to achieve. And it's not enough. It's successful, but it's not enough. Emma saw it. Saw through all of it. Saw the loneliness I dressed up as independence. Maybe being a wife like Grandma isn't the enemy. Maybe the enemy is rigidity, thinking there's only one way to be a woman, only one valid choice, only one enlightened path. Stand up, wash my coffee cup. Look out at the city lights again. Somewhere out there is Robert. Somewhere out there is possibility. Somewhere out there is a life that includes both career and partnership, both independence and love, both strength and vulnerability. The panic is gone now, replaced by something uncertain but not unpleasant. Maybe hope, maybe possibility, maybe just openness to being wrong. Hear Emma upstairs, music playing. My daughter who wants something different. My daughter who had the courage to say it. My daughter who broke me open today. In this kitchen, with those words, I want to be a wife like Grandma, not like you. Destroyed me. Absolutely destroyed me. Because they were true. Because she saw what I couldn't. Because she wants what I'm missing. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's more than okay. Maybe that's exactly what needed to happen. Turn off the kitchen lights. Head upstairs. Tomorrow I'll go to work. Be successful. Architect. Bill my hours. Lead my projects. But Saturday I'll go to my mother's. Learn to bake. Maybe meet Robert. Maybe start building something new. Something that includes both career and connection. Independence and intimacy. Strength and softness. Success and satisfaction. Maybe my daughter's statement wasn't a rejection. Maybe it was a gift. Permission to want more. Permission to be wrong. Permission to change. Lie in bed staring at the ceiling. Entire worldview shifted in one conversation. Everything I built questioned in one statement. Everything I believed challenged by a 16-year-old. But maybe that's what children are for. To see what we can't. To challenge what we accept. To choose differently and force us to grow. My daughter wants to be a wife like Grandma. Not like me. And somehow, impossibly, I'm starting to think, maybe I do too.